welcome, and thanks for tuning in to the latest installment of the Driftr Podcast, Flights, Miles, and Abroad, with your hosts, Brandon Boone, Kiera Sandoval, and Brian Fontenelle. Learn how to maximize points, new interesting places to explore, stories from fellow travelers, and get your traveler questions answered from our weekly podcast.
And we're back for another episode of the Driftr Podcast.
What's happening?
Hey guys, how are you?
I was like, where's Snack Attack, man? Like, I just seen her like 5 seconds ago.
I'm here.
Trying to make sure you're alive. That's all.
I'm alive and well. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Right.
And as Medea would say. Man, it's been another week. We've missed y'all guys. We're ready to be back in the saddle, giving y'all all the information that you need to know to make sure that you're savvy travelers.
Facts. Back in the bag. Let's go.
Back on it. Man, so we're going to go ahead and get things right off the back underway, straight into the first segment of our show, talking about credit cards, giving you the lowdown on credit card strategies so that you can be able to take credit cards. Use your purchases when you pay your bills, or if you're going out to eat with friends, or whoever knows what else you spend your money on. But we're going to make sure that you get your points for it. So, on today's episode, we're going to take a diverge a little bit and talk about actually a hotel brand. Specifically, Starwood and SPG. And if you haven't been keeping notice, Starwood and SPG just completed their merger. That's taken almost, it feels like maybe 10,000 years, but really it's only been probably about 2. And for today's episode, we're going to specifically focus on the changes with the new Starwood credit cards that's been offered. It's going to be probably a 2 or 3 part series where we're going to break down each of the different brands that were in this merger and how the changes affect you so that you can be a better traveler. So, today, we're going to talk specifically about the SPG cards, introduction of the new SPG cards, and also telling you exactly what's changed for all the previous cards. So, let's go ahead and get things underway. First off, there is a new card in town. Starwood is now releasing a new luxury credit card.
Okay.
So, it's going to be their new premium tier card. And so now they have pretty much an introductory offer and they have a higher tier offer. And I would kind of say it's really similar to the Chase Sapphire Preferred and Reserve, because both these cards are going to also still have an annual fee. So let's go ahead and break down the new luxury card that's coming in 2019, Brandon.
2019. So the new luxury card will have a $450 fee.
Ooh.
So it's the big bank Hank.
Feel that pain, man.
That's right on Brian level. I don't know. I have to look over this first before I make a decision. But so the fee, $450. But you get $300 in statement credits for purchases at participating Marriott hotels. You get a $100 global entry or $85 TSA pre-check fee credit. You get Party Pass Select membership. You also get an annual free night award up to 50,000 points after renewal. And you also get 15 elite night credits beginning in 2019. And you get I don't never know how to say this word. The Wi-Fi access, Boingo.
Boingo, whatever you say it.
Those are the major benefits of this card. So it looked pretty good. Not too bad. I guess it's kind of worth the $450, especially with the 300 back in statement credits. If you like staying at Marriott hotels, I guess that's when it really benefits you the most.
Yeah, definitely. And so one of the things to keep in mind is that now with Starwood and Marriott, they've now merged. You can take advantage of this as Marriott hotels and Starwood hotels. In the later episode, we're going to actually break down the new Starwood and Marriott program so you can understand it. But for the top tier card, definitely $450 annual fee. The $300 statement credits for Marriott definitely has a value, and $100 global entry if you're not already using that, because let's be honest, don't use pre-check, do global entry, you get both.
Right.
$15 more. And then on top of that, you get the Priority Pass Select. So if you don't have membership, you're able to get at least 2 guests in. You get one free night, which can almost offset the cost of the card, depending on what property you use.
Yep.
Especially if you're using 50,000 points, the property probably costs like $300 or $400 a night anyway. So that basically could pay for the card by itself. Getting gold status, that means you're getting late checkouts at Starwood hotels. So you can get almost at 2 or 3 o'clock late checkout. You also get some other you get upgrades to having not exactly a suite, but you get the corner rooms or the bigger rooms. So that adds up after a while too. And you can also get the platinum, but you got to spend $75K a year. So ball till you fall.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
$75K, a lot of money.
Yeah.
But Wi-Fi access is cool. 15 elite nights. Oh man, that's some good stuff. So elite night credits allow you to upgrade all the way up to the best room they have possible, which usually is suite. So you get 15 of those a year. Yeah, I still got like some I need to use one day. One day.
One day.
But definitely, this card is definitely earning you a lot of points basically at Marriott hotels. So if you're traveling for work and you spend a lot of time traveling on the road, this is a great way for you to be able to rack up some hotel stays and get those hotel points. And the good thing is you're still keeping all of the partners to transfer points to. So you can transfer points.
That's pretty dope. And I see that you get 6 times points on participate Marriott hotels, 3 times points at U.S. restaurants, right? And then and flights, and 2 times points on all other purchases. So
yeah, so you're getting some good points, especially restaurants and flights. Those definitely add up.
Right. I like.
Wait, how many points you get on flights?
3x points.
So if you travel for work, this is a good card for you. If
Definitely.
you're a Marriott person.
Yeah.
Right.
And even if you're not, if you're traveling for work and staying at other hotels, I mean, great card to rack up because you get at least 2x points on all the purchases. So go stay at Hilton or La Quinta Inn.
Oh.
Motel 6.
Motel 6. Rack up the points, man.
Hey, get it how you live.
Major shade is how I do.
Nah.
Ooh.
Look, I'm under a tree right now. But, man, so we've talked about the new card offerings, but let's talk about the previous card. So this affects me. I'm a previous card holder of the Starwood Preferred Guest card, and there's some people out there who have the business card. So let's talk about a couple of the changes really quick. It's not going to change too much, but in fact, you're going to add some new benefits. You get the annual free night award, but in comparison to the higher version of the card, the personal version of the preferred guest card only gets up to 35,000 points for annual free night, as comparison to the luxury card gets up to 50. You get automatic silver elite status. You can earn gold status after spending $30,000 on the card this year, but at next year it's going to be 35,000 points, and you get 15 elite night credits. So that works. Give me some definitely hotel upgrades. It's pretty nice. And it still earns 6 points at participating Marriott hotels, 2x on all of their purchases. So all non-bonus, basically there's a little bit of a drop from all non-bonus purchases on this card. And it kicks in August of 2018. So these changes are coming soon. Now for the preferred card, the preferred business card, it gets you actually the same benefits as the consumer card that I just mentioned: 15 elite nights, earn gold status, automatic silver elite status, annual free night award for 35,000 points. But you also get 4x points on restaurant purchases, gas stations, wireless phone services from U.S. providers, and shipping purchases. So you basically get some new bonus categories to spend on the business card, whereas the consumer card doesn't have any bonus categories.
That business one might be where it's at, though.
Yeah. Now, there's another caveat. You can only have one or the other. You can't have both now, the business card and the personal card. So, got to
really?
choose.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Guess they want to limit it.
Trying to stop us from being great.
Yeah. So, let's talk about it from a high level. The SPG luxury card, $450 annual fee, 6x Marriott earn, 3x bonus category earn, which is U.S. restaurants and flights booked directly with airlines, and 2x every day. Consumer card, $95 annual fee, 6x points on Marriott, no bonus categories, but you get 2x points on everyday earning. And last but not least, the SPG business credit card, $95 annual fee, 6x Marriott earn, 4x on your bonus categories, which includes U.S. restaurants, gas stations, and U.S. wireless phone services and shipping. And then you get the 2x everyday points.
That's a lot to take in.
Right.
Yeah. And then
Hope y'all taking
also,
notes.
just the one thing is that the luxury card gets the Marriott credit for $300, free night up to $50K. You get gold elite status, 15 status credits, also Party Pass, global entry, and Boeing Wi-Fi. The consumer card, no Marriott credit, $35K in value for a free night. You get silver elite status and 15 status credits, and it's the exact same on the SPG business credit card as well. So You get extra benefits on that luxury card, but you get some extra bonus categories on the business card. Right. The consumer card, we just got hosed.
Right. I was about to say, it makes sense just to get the business card if you're going for the lower tier.
Yeah.
So they got your $95. Now they want $450.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's the luxury.
That might be a good card to move on to. So we'll see.
So are you going to get it or no, Brian?
Verdict is still out on this one. I got other.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. I got other cards that are on the radar. So we'll see. Time will tell, y'all.
And Brandon, what about you?
I don't know if I'm about that 450 life yet. That business one though, that might be a different story.
Yeah, the business card that's where it's at. And that's actually what I was trying to get before. I have the personal card, but I wanted to get the business one.
So wait, they didn't offer the business before, or you just didn't get the business?
I just didn't get the business.
Okay, gotcha.
I was on the fence about it.
It happens.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
If you don't know, now you know.
And when is this card coming out again?
So the new card should come out somewhere in 2019. And
2019.
The existing benefits, or existing cards, they're definitely going to have the benefits changed by August of 2018. So coming in a couple of months soon. Yay.
Yeah, it's already May now. That's crazy.
I know. Time is passing. It is May 1st. All right, so now that we've given you the lowdown on the new changes to the Marriott Starwood Ritz-Carlton program, giving you all the details on the Starwood card, we're going to go into the next part of our show, and we're going to take a trip. We're going to go somewhere. We'll go somewhere hopefully that you've been to. If not, we're going to put this on your radar. We're going to give you a couple of different things that you should check out in one of the places that we think you should travel to. So for today's episode, Snack Attack, tell us where we're going to.
Okay, guys, so we're going to do a little something different this time. Instead of going all the way around the world, all the way down to the bottom of the earth, or using our passport, we're actually going to kind of technically keep it local. We're going to stay in the U.S., but we're going to go somewhere far away from the U.S. We're going to go to an island that's part of the United States on the West Coast. We're going to go to Maui.
That's questionable if it is.
So Maui is part of the United States, FYI, just in case you were asleep in geography class.
I was.
Yes, Maui is part of the state of Hawaii, and Maui is actually the second largest island of Hawaii, just so you know, FYI. So since we're going to Hawaii, we don't need to exchange any money. We don't need our passport. Just bring your driver's license, FYI. The flight's a little long. I went to Maui a few years ago, and I flew to Dallas, and then from Dallas, the flight was about 7 hours from Dallas, FYI. So you won't get there in 2 hours if you're going from the East Coast. So just so you know, the first thing we realized when we got to Maui is considered, quote unquote, the chill island. You definitely go to Maui to relax, to hang out. You don't do any turn up in Maui. The sun comes up at like 5:30 in the morning. The roosters are crowing. And basically, you're out all day long. People are outside at like 6 in the morning, working out, playing tennis, swimming, surfing, etc. And then it gets dark at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Like pitch black on the island. Pitch black at 5:30, 6 o'clock on the island. And people like will go to the bar and hang out. They'll go to dinner and hang out. But you're not going to go like get dressed and go buy a section somewhere and turn up. That's just not going to happen. And all the locals will tell you that. However, I enjoyed it. It was a nice getaway for me. So if you're looking to go party, you want to go hang out, then you got to take a quick flight to Oahu. That's where everybody goes to party, just so you know. And everyone in Maui will tell you that. One of the biggest attractions in Maui is called the Road to Hana. We actually went on this tour. It was a really, really good tour. The Road to Hana is basically like a 64.4 square mile road that you take up the northeastern side of the island. And basically, it's like a serene part of the island. and you just take a tour bus, or you can rent a car, which I don't recommend if you're not like a professional driver. And basically, you go to the road to Hana is just like a long, windy 64 square mile road up the coast of Maui. And when you're going up this long road, it's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of bridges. But along the way, it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. So along the way, you'll get to see waterfalls, you get to see beaches, black sand beaches. You'll get to see lots of different shrubbery. You get to see a lot of different types of beaches, a lot of different types of people living out, in the area. And you'll just see like a lot of nature, a lot of different plants and flowers that you've never seen before. So they have a lot of different tour groups that go there. So you can basically get on the tour bus, a small one, a big one, a coach, whatever size you want. It's up to you, depending on who you pick. And you can just get on the bus, or you can rent your own car, and you just go up and down this windy road, and you just go through different types of like tropical scenery, basically. FYI. So we stopped at the waterfalls, and we got to hang out and eat lunch. We stopped at different beaches. We got to hang out. We went to a black sand beach and hung out. We went to different types of bridges, and we saw like cliffs and everything like that. So that was really, really nice. So I would highly suggest that. It's not like often you get to take like a ride like that where you can just it's like a windy, very, very steep, windy road, FYI.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing I really liked about Maui, just in case you're just someone that likes to be outside like I do, like I said earlier, at 6 a.m, the island is lit at 6 a.m. You go outside, people are snorkeling, they're playing volleyball, they're on the golf course teeing off, they're surfing, they're windsurfing, they're taking a volcano tour. You can go to the volcano. It's called the Haleakala volcano, and you can bike down the volcano at like 6 a.m. One of the dopest things ever. You have to wear a coat though, because it's really cold. But you can do kite surfing. You can go bike riding. You can play tennis. You can go kayaking. You can rent a boat. You can go on a boat tour. Whatever you want to do at 6 a.m. is available. So, but like I said, everyone's up at 6 a.m. doing all these things, and by 6 o'clock at night, the island's very, very chill. So FYI. So, but I like to do all that types of stuff, and like everyone's really, really nice in Maui. They're like really sweet. They're like really chill and peace. Like, you know how on TV you see people and they're like, "Hey man, peace man, what's up?" Like that's just really how they are in Maui. Like the nicest people I ever met. So I like to be outside doing that type of stuff. So if that's what you want to do, I highly recommend it. And the last thing about Maui that I really like, or Hawaii in general, it's a good gateway to go to Australia or other islands, maybe the Marshall Islands, or you want to go like on a vacation somewhere like Tahiti or Maldives or something like that. You can definitely use Hawaii as a stepping stone to go to other eastern cities or other eastern islands. So you can use your point strategy on Hawaii Airlines or Alaska Airlines, American United, or Delta to get to Hawaii, and then you can use another point strategy to go to other places from there. So that's it.
Good stuff.
Dope.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have to get out there.
People ask me all the time if Maui is kind of like a quote-unquote vacation space. I didn't go with the boo there. I went with my best friend Nora there, and I technically didn't feel like it was a vacation place. If you want to go and relax, yes, definitely. But if you want to go and hang out on the beach and have a good time, or go, like I said, go surfing or kite surfing, or go on the volcano, do the road to Hana, you want to go outside and do like outdoor activities, that's where you want to go. We did have some good shopping too, and the food, of course, is really, really good. I did go to a luau, and I didn't like it. It was like the most commercial thing I ever been to. And I was just the best part of the luau was the scenery. Like the sun was setting, the sky was amazing. It had, when the sun was setting, it was like one of the most beautiful things. But other than that, I was like, okay, I want to go home now.
Did they roast a pig?
Yeah, and it wasn't that good. So, I mean, I don't know. It was a bunch of food I didn't want. It was just like purple potatoes and weird coleslaw that wasn't cold. I don't know. It was just stuff I didn't want to eat. So
well, first of all, coleslaw just
really
belongs in the trash. So, I mean, somebody's offering coleslaw, they're not your friend.
Wait a minute. Not necessarily. I mean, if you're eating roasted pig, a lot of people have coleslaw with their pig. So that's just so you know, your pork.
Was it really expensive out there?
So, in my opinion, it wasn't. It was like I live in the DC area. It was just like I was at home.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Oh,
they had
okay.
Target, they got Walmart. I mean, it was the same prices, if not cheaper. The gas was the exact same price as the
Oh.
DC area. It wasn't any more expensive.
People
than
always
DC
say it's
area.
expensive. Oh, so it wasn't
Yeah,
on
they
the Iceland
people
level?
do say that.
So maybe it was Maui compared to the other islands because my cousin does live on the main island, and my aunt did say it was like $6-7 for a gallon of milk. So maybe Maui was a little bit cheaper than the other islands, but
Gotcha.
Maui definitely was just like being at home.
Gotcha. It wasn't Iceland expensive?
It was not Iceland expensive,
Cool.
not at all.
Man,
It wasn't.
cool.
Like we ate good every day, so
That's what's up.
like we had dinner outside under the stars on the beach. We went out and had brunch, and we did a lot of shopping. They have really nice boutiques there, ladies. So if you want to get some different stuff there, then that's where you want to go. Like I said, everyone's really, really nice. We did yoga there. We had a really good time. Like I would definitely go back in a heartbeat.
That's good to know.
good to
Yes.
know.
Yes. And like I said, if you want to party, then you got to go to Oahu. And just so you know, if you want to go to the different islands of Hawaii from, each other, you have to take a plane. I thought you could take like a ferry or something like that. No, you have to book a ticket and catch a flight. FYI.
Catching more of them flights though.
Yes, exactly. And so it might be like a 30-minute flight, but you cannot take a ferry or anything like that. So, because I definitely thought I could take a ferry from Maui to Oahu. And they were like, no, you got to take a flight. And I was like, oh, never mind.
You would think.
So that's it. If you've been to Maui or that's on your to-do list, please let us know. We'd love to hear your feedback. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am always here as a resource.
Definitely. Thanks, Snack Attack.
No problem.
Every week, the Driftr Podcast features dialogue and stories from our travel community. Real stories from real travelers. If you want to join our travel community, please visit signup.driftertravels.com. Have a question about the podcast? Want to submit a question of the day or a topic for consideration? Send an email to podcastinquiry@driftertravels.com. We would love to connect with you.
All right. So, if you haven't taken your trip to Maui, I'm pretty sure that you're booking your flight after that description that Snack Attack just gave of all the wonderful things you could do. So, if we don't get there before you, please share the pictures. Make sure that you can go online using Instagram. And if you have pictures of your trips, we want to see you share them with us. So, use the hashtag Driftr Travels to be able to share your pictures and that we can feature you on our account. All right. So, we've talked about credit cards, talked about places to go. Now it's time to have that last conversation piece. That roundtable discussion where we discuss things that are important to you as a savvy traveler. We're trying to get down to the nitty gritty of the things that you just want to know, and we're going to be able to answer them today. So for today's open discussion segment of our show, we're going to focus on the topic of how has travel changed your life for the better?
That's that real talk right there.
That real talk.
Getting serious on us.
Just a little bit. So let's start things off, B. How has travel changed your life for the better?
I mean, I ain't in these streets no more.
Well, you were on the sidewalk to begin with.
Nah, but man, I guess I'm a lot more open-minded to try new stuff. I mean, before I moved here, I would say I first started traveling when I moved to Austin. Basically, that was like 4 years ago. So I can say I'm a completely different person. I try different foods. I go hiking now, like I would never done that 4 years ago. Skiing. So it really opens my mind to new cultures, and I feel freer, man. I'm on my Kanye right now. I feel freer.
Not Kanye.
I'm finna
Not
get my
today.
philosophy on.
Too soon.
Too soon, fam. Too soon.
But nah, so that's the biggest thing for me, for sure. Just a lot more open-minded to try new stuff.
That's a nice look. What about you, Snack Attack?
I can go like really deep, but I'll keep it. I'm gonna reel it back in. I won't go that far.
Keep it 100.
Travel has helped me, I guess, deal with loss in my life. After my mom passed away, I went to Europe for a little while, and I was like, I'll be back later. And it helped me mourn the loss of her and get on with my life. So it's helped me with that. And I feel that like every time I go out of town or out of the country after that, it just helps me appreciate all the things that I have in my life now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we take for granted the Wi-Fi that we have, all the food that we have available, you know, all the resources that we have available. Uber, there's ATMs on every street, you know, whatever we want is basically at our fingertips. So it just helps me appreciate that. And like Brandon said earlier, it helps me appreciate other cultures. You know, not everybody in America outside, you know, not everybody here is the same way outside of here, and it helps us appreciate, you know, where we come from and where we're going. It just helps me appreciate, you know, people that come here and make something out of nothing, because a lot of people weren't handed a lot of things. So that's it.
That was 100. That was 1,000.
Yeah.
Let me get my Kleenex now. Hold on.
Right.
Okay, there you go.
Had a little sniffle.
Don't have us crying too.
Right.
That was so deep.
Come on now.
So deep.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you, bro?
Brian?
Right, where you at?
Moment of truth. Where am I at? Man, so when I think about travel and what it's been able to do, it definitely has helped me, kind of to what Snack Attack said. Appreciation is one thing that I think I've gotten more than anything. Like, when you travel and you go to a third world country and you see the peacefulness that somebody lives without the first world issues that we often think about. Oh, I don't have Wi-Fi. Oh, my cell phone doesn't have connection. Oh, I'm trying to upload this picture and it didn't get to Instagram fast enough. Ooh, I was trying to hop in that Twitter conversation and it didn't make it. Oh, you know, I want to go shop till I drop. And you see people who don't have very much in life but happiness. It makes you look at life totally different.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Like, I'll never forget going to Dubai. And one of the things that they do by law is that the amount of money that you save at the end of the year, you have to give 10% of what you've saved to somebody less fortunate.
Wow.
And I was just like so moved by that I started doing that with friends, and people had no idea. Like, if somebody, like a friend of mine was like, hey, I need a bind, I just ask how much. And I go look at my savings, like, how much did I save? All right, 10%, here you go. And they would ask, well, you know, why'd you do this? I'm like, oh, it's just, you know, something I've just chosen to do. But here's what I ask you to do in return. I always ask them, when you save your money and if somebody else needs help, just set aside 5-10% of that and give it to somebody else. And I kept thinking, like, if I did that more often and more people kind of adopt it, like, how could I make a really societal impact or change towards other people? Like, how many people could I help in that process? Or how many people could be helped in that process? And if I hadn't traveled to have my mind like warped around what I challenged to know as what is life, I never would have had that experience, and it never would have shaped my own character and growth. And I think also traveling by myself and going to a country by myself, it really taught me a lot about communication of where I actually had struggles. Because going to another country, not speaking their language, and having to communicate what you need, you get out of the point of expecting people just to understand what you're saying, and getting to the point really where you're really focused on how can I effectively communicate what I need, because I have no other options.
Yeah.
So, like, from a personal standpoint, when I think about travel has definitely molded, shaped, or grown me and helped me to develop areas that I may have had opportunities in, while also providing me with lifetime experiences that will never allow me to go back to my previous way of thinking.
Facts. It also grows you as a person, too, because you can't be irresponsible in traveling.
No.
Like, you're not going to make it. You're going to lose your passport, or you're going to lose your money, or you're going to end up in Cuba.
And in Cuba with credit cards and no cash. Oh, my God.
It really matures you. Like, I don't think I ever met just, like, an immature person that, like, just travel all the time. Like, they're responsible. Okay, I take that back. But still, I still think it helps with your personal growth, though.
It definitely does.
Yeah, it does. It does help you. If you got out there and made mistakes, you know better next time. And I think that a lot of people now, especially with the power of social media, they tell other people, hey, listen, when you go to Cuba, bro, cash only, take some euros, do not take your credit card. You know, when you go to Dubai, ladies, you cannot be uncovered. You need to cover yourself. You know, if you travel with men, it might be a little bit better, et cetera, et cetera. You know, I tell women when they go to West Africa, you know, you probably need to go as a group, go with somebody that you know, make sure you know somebody out there. don't do this, don't do that, et cetera, et cetera. So you just let people know what's going on so they don't make the same mistakes you made, or, make the mistakes you've seen other people make.
Facts.
Yes. So I know that, like, when I went to Ghana, that was one of the most humbling experiences that I ever had. Like, when we went to the Elmina Castle, I literally seen people living in shacks. Like, when I was younger, people would, like, make a fun, oh, you live in a shack, you live in a one-room shack, all you do is you got a pot in a one-room shack. Like, I literally saw people living in a one-room shack with a pot in the middle of the room. And that's all they had. And kids running around with, like, shorts on and no shoes, no shirt, no nothing. And they were just so happy to see you. And they weren't even, like, really begging for anything. They just wanted to talk to you and hang out with you. So that definitely was, like, a eye-opening experience for me.
Yeah, that's real life, man. Real life.
Yeah.
Real life situations.
Yeah.
Real life.
And once you travel, you can't see life the same.
Right.
Like, that's my personal opinion. Like, what you see molds and shapes you in a way that you will never be able to kind of, I guess, go back to your own ways.
Yep, I agree. I definitely agree.
So definitely, if you haven't, there's definitely a big movement on this travel, this wanderlust, and take advantage of it. Take advantage of this opportunity to really kind of grow and just mold yourself. So definitely, if you haven't already, get on the travel train.
Right. Get those points.
Because somebody told me a long time ago, the money you invest in travel has a return that you can't put an amount on. And I truly believe that. I am definitely a better person because of traveling.
For sure.
Absolutely, 100%. I don't think I literally would be here right now or in this frame of mind if I didn't travel. No. To be dead honest with you. Yeah. So
I'll be in the sucking place if I didn't travel.
You be in the sucking place where where Kanye's at?
Yeah.
Too soon. It's too soon. I'm so heartbroken.
Come on now.
I know. All right, guys, we're not going to try to dampen the mood too much. So, thanks so much for tuning in and listening to us in our episodes. Thanks for allowing us to share our kind of ways that travel's touched us, credit cards, and a beautiful trip to Maui. So, hopefully to hear from you soon. Talk to you soon. Catch up with you in our Slack group soon. Make sure to go to driftertravels.com/Slack to be able to join. Make sure to follow us on social media. Driftr Travels, DRIFTR. There's no E. Save the E. Like Weezy F, baby. Please save the baby. I'm just going to say, please save the E.
Right.
But yeah, definitely catch us on social media. So until next time, we get to be able to kind of wrap it up with y'all. This has been one of your co-hosts, Brian Fontenot.
Brandon Boone.
And Kiera Sandoval.
And we outie.
Peace.
Have a good week, guys.
A great week.
What?
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Driftr Podcast, Flights, Miles, and Abroad. Enjoyed the show? Make sure you review us on iTunes. Share the podcast on social media with your friends, family, and fellow travelers. Want to be featured on our podcast or have a question about travel you need answered? Visit driftertravels.com/podcast to learn more and to be a part of our show. Be on the lookout for our next episode. Until next time, Drifter family, travel safe.